Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I'm showing you how you can do a DIY baggie for your glasses with a Velcro, and this is going to be super easy. You can do any kind of fabric that you want to do. You can use up your leftovers if you'd like to, or you can use something new. So this is a great project for any type of fabric. You can do different inside fabrics from the outside as well, and since this is a 5-minute project, it's really great for beginners and really great for practice if you don't have a lot of experience. You'll get a great result in the end, and I think you'll learn something new. So if you want to see, stay tuned. So for your baggie, you're going to need a little bit of fabric. I recommend cotton for the outside and something a bit thicker for the inside. You see here what I chose for today. So this is a leftover piece from another project, so I'm using that. And you can of course vary this according to your own taste or wishes. I do recommend, if you can, to choose a little bit sturdier fabric, so a little bit tougher. And then you need some Velcro as well. So here is a bit bigger piece that I can then cut into the size that I want to or need. Then of course some fabric scissors, pins, and something to measure with, as always. Okay, so you need the outside fabric and the inside fabric, except you have thick felt or some faux leather or something like that, then you just need one. In my case, I did a paper pattern so that you can see it better and of course understand it easier. So here are my sizes, 10 centimeters on the one end, and in the middle I have 16 centimeters. That's the second widest one, and then 10 centimeters to the left. So that's where your 10 centimeter line is. You can of course use a ruler to make it a little bit easier to do, to connect the ends, but I will do round edges on here, as you can see. Same here of course, so a little bit rounder than what the straight line is, and then we have 7.5 centimeters on the other side, and we do a 14 centimeter line there. And if you can, start from the middle and then just do the halves on both sides. So the first one starts anywhere in the paper, but the second one should really start in the middle, and then this goes for all lines you do here as well. And all side edges we round up a little bit, as you can see the way I cut it out, and then we continue on this side with another 7.5 centimeters, and then we do a line out of 22.5 centimeters, so a bit over 11 on each half. And before you connect this, you can do a line with just 1 centimeter on the right side and then do a round section to end with. Of course, you can do this any way you like, so if your glasses are bigger or smaller, then you can just put them on top and make it a bit wider or adjust. So do change this if you need to. So we want this part over the whole thing pretty much, and it needs to have a bit of height, so that's why it's a little bit different than the other two. Okay, so now you need to decide where your Velcro is going to be. So first decide what's your front and what's going to be your back side, of course. I want this section hidden and the black side on the outside, but of course either way would work. You just need to decide for yourself. And then you take the other piece and put it over it. You can of course pin this if you'd like to, but you don't have to do that, so that's optional for now. And then you want the inside fabric looking up, and just kind of check it out and see if you like it. And then you can lay it flat on here and you can put this top section over it. That way you can see where your Velcro is supposed to go. Mine is a little bit too big, but I want to see where it'll be for now. So it'll go on the inside of the inside fabric and again on the inside but of the outside fabric. And we want the other Velcro facing the first half. So this is where mine will be, and I'll mark that now. So if you have the glue version, you can glue it on and then sew it on. So that's why we are doing this first and not the outside. So that way it's just on the parts where it actually needs to be, and it won't go through the whole thing. So I'll mark and pin, and then I'll show you more. And you see here on the one side pinned here, just on the south side, and here just on the inside fabric, but perfectly aligned. And then we can take these apart and just do the Velcro pieces on here on both halves. So I have these done, and now we can put it pretty side on pretty side. You can always tell because you have the Velcro piece on that side, so it should be pretty easy to find even if you get a little bit confused. And then we will sew all the edges all around, like that, just all around. Make sure you leave a little opening somewhere for turning it, and then just continue with the stitch all around until you're done, until you make a full circle. Make sure that you aren't too close to the edge with your Velcro so that you don't catch it with your stitch you're doing now. So I turned this inside out, and now I'll align those edges, and then I'll do just an extra stitch on all edges. But the difference is this time we are doing a stitch on the outside, so visible, so that we get all our edges flat. Okay, now we have our last step. So you see here the extra stitch that made it a little bit flatter and neater. This is optional, but of course I find it a little bit prettier this way. You could just iron over it if you'd like. But anyway, the last step is to take the whole thing and align where your edge is. So in my case, it's going to be this little section here, on the other side as well, and then we pin it together. I recommend doing the one side first and then the other so that it's easier to do, and you'll have something like this in the end. Your glasses can go inside for a test then, for a test drive. And you can do this by hand from the outside or the inside, so that's pretty much up to you. So you have this stitch already and you can just go over it if you'd like to. You can do it from the inside as well. So the same thing, but just the other way around, and then your stitch will be hidden. So this is completely up to you. And we are now done, so I hope you guys like the way this looks. I decided to try it out, so here are my glasses, and since I made it according to their size, it fits perfectly, and I think it looks really cool. This way you're kind of unique if you're wearing your glasses with you and your baggie, of course. So you want the size planned ahead, definitely ahead. So this way the top is long enough and the Velcro is sitting nicely on here the way it's supposed to be. Here you have a little bit of room so that your glasses can fit inside, and if you take them out, it'll definitely be a lot flatter when you, for example, take it with you in your bag. So I think it's super easy with the Velcro, but you can of course do a button or whatever other alternative you like. You can do a band around the whole thing, that would work just fine too. So it's pretty much up to you what you want to do. I think it's a really great project to try out the Velcro method, but feel free to do whatever you like. This is a great project for using leftovers, like I already mentioned, so I just wanted to emphasize it once again. You don't need a lot of fabric, as you can see, just a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to shoot us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. You can also comment in the comment section below. You can share this with your friends, and I hope to see you in our next project. So until then, have a great day. Bye!